you notice the bench is gone. And that came about because of the stove. The stove is now a big part of our tire maintenance deal. I'm working on this station also and getting this clean. As you can see, the tire roller was out. Basically what we've been doing is, if any of our subscribers have seen on Facebook, we had a picture of dismounted treads on the tire roller. And what we've been doing is we've been shrinking these tires. And we're trying to take stagger out of these carts. We want to get more of the work into the chassis again. So we've been pretty successful with that. I tell you what, I can't lie. We're way ahead than we were the first night at Rice Lake Speed Pit kart track. So we've been really trying to do some of our homework. We do not sit around and just let other people. We're trying to stay ahead of the game and try to up our program. And sometimes in this sport, it's monkey see, monkey do. So we are going to up our program, make ourselves better competitors. The better these carts handle, the better we can drive them, the better competitor we can be. And we can move that on to our own teammates, our new drivers, Leona and Autumn, and kaboom, there goes a bunch of tires down. The big thing is the better these handle, the better we're going to be able to drive them, and the racing is going to be so much better. So be honest with you, I can't say nothing bad about this new machine I've got here. It is a Todd Weber Manufacturing. There's the info, and we'll have a link in the description. It is variable speed. It is really a nice looking rig. Basically, you flip it on and you dial in your speeds. Unfortunately, I have it unplugged right now. You're noticing two hubs. Some customers have small studs. So then I can pull ours off, put this on, do their tire work. I and Corey, this is how you will receive, unless, well, I'm trying to figure out something for the tire wrapping deal. So this is my test subject right here. It's really been doing what I want it to do. But this is how you receive it. This is an extra option, okay? You would have to get a price for him on that, but that, it's reverse thread. So the way it goes on counterclockwise and clockwise to take it off. Okay, so that's an extra option. But what you don't get with this machine is the cover for the pulley. Considering this was a must for me, I and Corey came up with building this. We've built one for another customer that has one. We build this thing. I tell you right now, it's fly by night. We put some thought into it and worked, and that's what we've got. So basically, runs a strap, and it covers the whole thing. A little nice mesh. This is just painted. That's safety. I got grandkids that are in and out of this shop all day. When they're here, they're out playing and in and out the back door of the shop. So they're in and out. I don't want fingers getting into those pulleys. So what I use for a grinder, this is a Warrior 7-inch. I got this from Harbor Freight. Believe it or not, they're about $35. It works really good for what I'm doing. You got to be a little patient with it. I haven't really worked with dialing more speed into it, and I'm running right around 5. But that does a super job. What I use to cool the tires is just regular windshield wash. That's what I spritz on the tire before I give it a bomb. I've noticed soapy water the soap kind of gets ingrained in, and that's the tire wrap, and that's what this is going to be. This is going to be for wrapping the tires. And this is, when I first made my first tire dismounting tool, I made it out of wood. Wood is pretty forgiving. I'm using clamps right now. This actually works really good. I and Corey are going to fabricate it out of metal, and it's going to be on a swing. So when we transport it, it'll be able to swing down and attach to the leg. And when I get to where I need to, swing it up, I'll lock it in, and I'll be able to wrap my tires when I'm done doing what I got to do to them. So this is the second machine I've had of his. I liked the first one. He kind of came to us and said, I got this one. Here's the deal. And we ran with it. I had no trouble selling the original. And I got it, and it held its value really well. So another thing we started doing with the treads is, besides shrinking them, we're going to start working with the rubber, the compound rubber. So we decided, talking to actually some big car drivers, we got ourselves a tire siper. This is a heated one. With these Hoosier D50s we run, they're a great tire, but we need to help them a little bit. No, we're not prepping. That's one thing we're not doing, is we're not prepping. But we're gonna work with them. Like with Wyatt's, when he had his Wasota Superstock, he did a lot of tire work. Probably more so than I noticed, because he'd do it during the night. And he'd put a lot of time in on working, siping, grooving. We still have the tire groover. We're going to use that if we need to. We don't need to open up the tread anymore. We want to keep them as close as slick as we can. But if the blocks get a little off square, we want to freshen that up. So that's why we would use the groover. But right now, I used the siper yesterday. As of right now, I only got 4 blades on it, so I was very conservative on my siping, because it's kind of new to me. So we're going to get through Friday night, and we're going to see what happens, and see how the tires hold up. If I can go more aggressive with the sipes, I will definitely do that. Opening night up at Race Lake was a blast. And they're always trying up there. They got a good crew, good bunch of guys. They're all about racing. So anyway, I'm trying to consolidate and get this shop cleaned up. And there again, earlier I said, do you see things missing here? Blake Adams, do you see some things missing here? Because Mr. Blake Adams asked a question a few episodes back, and he asked, why do you have so many toolboxes? Well, when you accumulate things, that's what happens. I kept accumulating toolboxes. I have a toolbox upstairs that was in our open trailer because I had enclosed in the front, and I had her, and I still have that toolbox upstairs. So that toolbox is still there. But I inquired them from previous where I worked, and that's what this came about. Adding them inserting them and adding them in the benches, and which this really worked out nice. And I'm going to keep this theme going. Possibly do a little bit of work over there. So to answer your question, is you just accumulate things over the years. Yeah, it's just basically, now that I am retired, I have time to really think and put thought into this. More hours to work on it. More hours to actually kind of take all this retirement stuff in. And kind of sow my own oats now with this new chapter of my life. So this kind of catches you up on what's going on. And racing Friday night at Rice Lake, and then coming home, get home, get a few hours of sleep, and then we got to turn these monkeys back around, because we're adding that one and that one to Saturday night, besides the 3-time winner, Greg, and mine, for Saturday night at Mississippi Thunder Winged and Kart Summer Series, which has been just absolutely going great there. So with that, I'm into this a long ways, and I just got to say, I want to thank our A&W Lacrosse, and I'd like to thank the A&W in Winona, Minnesota for being a sponsor. I would like to thank the YEA, Youth of Richmond Association. Big thanks for being a sponsor. Skeleton Brew Crew, Always, Companions Always, Sedlock Dental, for being a part of our program this year. My wife for putting up with all this, because she watches the grandkids. She's a very important part of all this. Our whole crew, our crew chief and head vlogger, Wyatt Jr., Corey, he's a wheelman, man. But he takes on a lot more responsibility at the track since Leona started racing. We've all been doing a little extra at the racetrack, not leaving Wyatt Jr. with it. Good job with Greg. Greg has a lot to learn. We get him coach. If we can do our job to coach him a little bit better, he's going to be one to reckon with out there, guys. So with that, and with taking a look at everything that we're trying to accomplish for this summer, I want to say thank you. So if you could, like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. Please, we're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we do that, we're going to be able to do more things. So to help us do that, it takes all of you to share these videos. And I can't thank you guys enough for what this channel is blowing up a little bit. I mean, our subscribers, we love listening to it and talking with, and the feedback from our subscribers. We want to give good content. Have a good one. Peace out.